if you wish to answer a question. And today's topic is all about playing one no trump contracts. And in some ways, it's just like playing any other no trump contract. The same principles apply, but it can be a bit more challenging, one no trump, because very often you don't have a great source of tricks. You've got to try and struggle to make 7 tricks, and you've got to use all the opportunities that are available to you. So let's have a look at some guidelines. We'll look at the some guidelines for playing one no trump, and I would say the first one is don't panic. It's often very hard to see how you're going to make one no trump, but just go through the process of working out your best option, look at alternative options, and your techniques are going to be very similar to playing any other no trump contract, that you're going to be establishing your suits, trying to remember to lead towards honours, look for opportunities for finessing. Maintaining entries is a tough one in no trump, because you may well have not many entries to one of the hands. And also trying to take advantage of the opponent's lead. Sometimes they can make a lead that will help you and give you an opportunity to make an extra trick or so. And the one thing, just like any other no trump contract, don't just cash your top tricks. That's nearly always a recipe for disaster. You'll let the opponents in, and it'll be very hard for you to make your contract normally. Okay. So I thought we'd look at a few examples of this. So do interrupt me if you have any questions. And let's have a look at this one where you opened one no trump with the south hand. North, your partner's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, and they passed. And here you are in one no trump, and the opponents have led a spade. Okay. So let's have a look at the suits and see how we think we're going to make one no trump here, what our best option or options are. I mean, first of all, that lead of the spade, is 6 of spades, is probably West's best suit, and it probably means that they have at least a 4-card suit, and they have at least 1 honour in that suit. So with any luck, that is the ace, and if it is, we should be able to make 2 spade tricks. I don't know if you can see that, but if the ace is on our left in the west hand, then we hope to make 2 spades there. So that could be a source of 2 tricks. What about the other suits? Well, we've got 2 hearts off the top. Maybe there's a chance for another one. Diamond is a bit uncertain. We've got the king and the jack, and we're not quite sure. We hope we'll make at least 1 trick there, but it's not quite clear what's the best way to play that. And clubs is another one. Clubs is probably going to be a good source of tricks. I mean, if we're lucky, we hope to make 3 clubs there, because we've got the king, queen, jack, and 9. So what we're going to be doing is hoping we can make 3 tricks there. We've got 2 hearts, 1 or 2 spades, and a number of 1 or 2 diamonds perhaps. So that's what we're going to do. So first thing is, let's play the king or the queen here. It's quite possible that West has got the ace, so let's play one of our honours, and if we're lucky, it will win the trick. That sort of makes it very likely now that West did have the ace and led away from it. So we're going to make we've got 1 spade and perhaps hopefully 1 more to come. Now, which suit do you think you might go after now?
Clubs.
Yeah, I agree, clubs. While we still have stoppers in the other suits, this is the time to go after clubs. And the way I'm going to play this is remembering to win in the shorthand. I'm going to lead a club and play the king here. And maybe the king will lose to the ace. Maybe it will win the trick. And if it does, I'm going to continue with clubs. Now, I actually put in this exact suit combination into suit play and looked up the chances that you'll make 3 tricks here. And it's just over 50%. However, you may do better because the opponents someone's got the ace here and they may play incorrectly. They may sort of play the ace on a low card, which may help you as well. So anyway, let's suppose we win the king, and let's suppose we now play another club. Do you know what we should play from dummy? Anyone have an idea?
The queen.
It's hard to know exactly. The suit play actually says your best option is actually to play the 9 here, but I think it's a very close call. I think the main thing is you're leading towards your high cards, and that's the best you can do. It's marginally better, it turns out, to play the 9 here. You're finessing against the 10 here. Let's suppose you play the 9 and it loses to the ace. Okay, that's good news, because now you've got 2 clubs set up. All right, let's see how it goes. So suppose they play a spade. Okay, you're not too surprised about that, because that was what West led. So you play low. They take their ace, and suppose they play another spade, and everyone follows to that. So that's worth keeping track of. You now know how the spades were. You now know that West started with 4 spades. Everyone else started with 3. So West has a spade winner to cash if and when they get in. Okay. What do you think you'd play now?
The club.
Yeah, you've established those clubs. So let's take those. Got to think about what to discard here. I think I'll discard a heart here. And now we are, we're definitely going to make our contract now, aren't we? Because we've got 5 tricks in the bag, and we've got the ace and king of hearts. The only thing on this one is, can you make any more? To get a good score, maybe you want to try to make another trick. And you could try leading a diamond here. Now, you need to be careful about this, because you don't want to go down in a contract where you could have made it just by catching the ace-king. But I think I can afford to play a diamond here, because let's suppose I play a diamond and whatever I play, the king or the jack, if it loses over here, they can cash a spade, but then if they lead a diamond back, I will get a trick here eventually. So I'm probably okay to try for an over trick here, because I don't think it's going to put the contract at risk. I'm going to lead a diamond here, lead towards my honours, and what I'm hoping for is that so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to play at this stage, whether it's the king or the jack, but it may be that East has got the ace and maybe they play it, okay, and that solves all your problems. Okay, then now you're going to make an extra trick with your king for sure. If they play a heart, you will win that, play another heart, and you've got the king of diamonds, and you'll make a trick with that. So you're not going to make any more, but you'll make 8 tricks on that one. Okay, so it's difficult to know exactly how to play it, but just go for your best suits and try and establish clubs. Turned out to be the best thing to do there. Any comment on that one? I'd like to look at this hand again, but with a different lead. Yeah, did someone have a question?
Yes, Tony, I was going to ask you, in the hand you've just shown us, if you played your hearts before your diamonds, I can't work out, would you still make an extra trick?
No, so no, I think we would not, right? If we go back to this stage, yeah. And remember I was contemplating at this point, I think, yes. Whether to lead a heart or a diamond. If I play a heart, yes. I think that's so good. So if I play a heart and if I take my king and the ace, so I want to make certain of my contract. Yes. If I cash my 2 hearts, then I'm not sure if I'm going to make
No,
anymore,
I can
because
see that
now
now.
I have to lead away from my. If I lead
Honest.
diamonds, my king will lose to the ace, and my
Yeah.
jack will lose to the queen, and I may not make
Oh yeah, I can see
any
that now.
trick there.
Thank you,
So,
Tony.
so that if you like was an example of leading low towards your honours, rather than being in a position where you have to lead away from your honours, which is much less attractive.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this hand, but with a different lead. This is actually exactly the same hand, but let's suppose the opponent's lead the 4 of diamonds. So again, we're going to go after this our clubs again on this one. But what do we make about that lead of the 4 of diamonds? How many diamonds? What do you think that 4 is presumably 4th highest? And so how many diamonds did West start with?
4.
How many? Well, it's exactly 4, because you can see the 3 and the 2, so it is their 4th highest. If it is their 4th highest, they started with exactly 4 diamonds. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
If that is the case, how many diamonds did East start with?
2.
2. So maybe you can use that to your advantage, knowing that East started with 2 diamonds. Maybe it won't help you, maybe it will. Anyway, let's see what happens. We play low, of course. They play the ace, and East now plays the 10 of diamonds. Now, if you believe your analysis, you now know where all the diamonds are. You know that's East's last diamond, and West is sitting there with the queen and another diamond. Okay. Now, probably the one thing I'm not going to play the jack here, because I know that's going to lose to the queen. And you might play the king here, which you want to win the trick with. But there's another option here, which is to let East win it. And the reason you might do that is that now you know that West has got 2 diamonds left, and if West is on lead and leads a diamond, you can actually make 2 diamonds. If West leads a diamond, you're always going to make 1 diamond anyway, but you give yourself a chance maybe to make 2 diamonds. I don't know if that's going to happen. West may not lead a diamond, but if they do, you can make 2 diamonds. So you can sometimes make some deductions that it's okay to let them win the 10 here, because they've got no more diamonds to carry on with. All right, you'll follow that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what happens. East is going to switch to another suit. Let's suppose they play a heart, leading into dummy's weakness. And I think I'm going to win this one and do what I did before and play the clubs. And I'm going to start by winning in the shorthand with the king. And if that holds a trick, do the same as the last time, play the 9. That loses to the ace. And let's suppose they play another heart. Now, let's have a little think about this. We could duck this one, or we could try to win it. What's in my mind now is that I've got 2 clubs in dummy, which are good, and I need to get there. And there's only really one way I can get there, and that is in spades. So I've got the king, queen of spades. So let's suppose I win this one, and now I'm going to get to dummy. I've still got entries to dummy, so I'm going to lead a spade and play my king or queen. That will win the trick, and on this layout, and now I can cash my 2 clubs that I've been saving up. When I play those clubs, I've got to think about what to discard. I'm going to keep my diamonds, I think, in case I can make 2 diamonds there. So maybe I'll throw away my hearts. Okay. And now what? Well, I've got 2 leads now from dummy. I don't want to lead a spade, but I can make my contract now with the king of diamonds. I'm probably going to, after cashing that, I'll probably lead a diamond, cash my king, and now at least I've got my 7 tricks. What now? Well, there's still a chance to make a trick with the king of spades here, and so I'm going to lead a spade. West will probably play the ace. Let's just expose all four hands. West will win that one with the ace, I imagine. They can cash their queen, which we knew they had all along. And if I'm lucky, they'll have a spade left, and I can actually make a trick there and make 8 tricks again. Okay. So, not guaranteed, but again, that was your best option going after the clubs. And you had to play it differently because it was a different lead there. Any comments or questions on that? Here's another one. Here it's gone 1 diamond by North, and you've got 7 points, not enough to bid 2 clubs. So you bid 1 no trump, and that's passed out. And the opponents lead a heart. So again, let's stop and try and count your top tricks and then look for opportunities for more. If we count our top tricks, we can see, well, we've got 1 heart for sure, 2 diamonds and 2 clubs. But I think the best source of extra tricks is where? Clubs, yeah. I mean, in clubs, if the missing clubs divide 3-2, then I should be able to make a total of 4 club tricks. I'll lose 1, but I should make 4. The thing is, your South-hander's got very few entries, no entries really outside of the club suit. So to give yourself the best chance to make 4 tricks, you will have to lose a club early on. Okay. Now, they lead the heart, and that's sort of almost good news in a sense, because if I play the jack or the 10, we expect that will lose. But now we're probably going to make a trick with our jack now, because West has led presumably 4th highest, so they've almost certainly got the queen. So even though we've lost to the king, we'll make 2 heart tricks here probably. Now East has got in and might well decide to lead a heart back. This sort of helps us in the sense that we can win that one with the jack. And now we're going to go after clubs, and this is an important bit. You really want to play a club, a low club from both sides, both hands. Okay. You're a little bit vulnerable here if West plays a spade here. West has got in, and if I bring up the 4 hands, you'll see that your king of spades is sort of trapped. In fact, if I click on GIB, it will tell you that West's best lead is the queen or jack of spades, which will allow the opponents to take the spade tricks here. But they may not do that. They may not realize that that's a good play, and they may just plug away with hearts. Okay, that allows you to win that, and now you're going to go for your club. So I'll play the clubs, and if everyone follows, now the rest of my clubs are all good. So I'm going to take all those clubs. I've got to think about what to discard here, but to be honest, I'm probably just going to make my 2 diamonds. It's going to be hard for me to. I don't really want to risk the contract by playing that, so I'll just cash my clubs, and now I've got 6 tricks. So I think I'll just cash my 2 diamonds. I don't want to risk losing spades there. So I've made 8 tricks there, which is probably going to be a good score. After that, I lead a diamond, but the opponents will get in and they can cash 2 hearts, or they'll cash spades. But I'll make 8 tricks there, which again is probably a good score because probably not everyone will make 4 clubs on this one. Any comments or questions?
What would happen if they had led the spade, Tony?
Well, at that point, you're a bit vulnerable, but the computer says you can still make the contract. So at this point, when you played a club, you really wanted. Sorry, it was back here. Yeah. So at this point, when West gets in with the 10 of clubs, yes, you, according to the computer, you can still make it if they play. But you'll only make exactly your contract. You won't make an over trick. So yeah, if they switch to a spade, then your king of spades is vulnerable. It's what you wanted not to happen, really. But they may not find the winning fence. If they play a spade, let's see, what does the computer tell you to do? It tells you because you can still make it whatever happens. So suppose you played low, and suppose they carried on with another spade. Let's see. Yeah, if they play another spade now, yeah, your king is going to be trapped, but you'll still be able to just make your contract.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if they do that, yeah, they're meant to play low here, and then a third spade will trap your king, and they can make all 4 spades, but you should be able to make just 7 tricks on that one. Okay, let's try another one. Here you open 1 no trump, and again it's passed out, and the opponents lead the jack of diamonds. So again, let's stop to count our top tricks. Well, we've only got 3 top tricks here, 2 clubs and 1 spade. That's 3 there. Where do you think a good source of tricks will be here?
Spade.
Yeah, I think spades is your best suit, isn't it? In fact, there's a finessing position here, which if the finesse succeeds, you can make 4 spades. And even if it fails, you should be able to make 3 spades. Hearts were a bit vulnerable. Diamonds is not that great either, but we're going to make at least 1 diamond. So maybe we're hoping to make 3 or 4 spades, 2 clubs, and at least 1 diamond. First key decision when they lead the jack of diamonds is whether to play the queen or not. And generally speaking, when you have 2 honours, one in dummy, one in your own hand that are equal, it's best not to play the honour from dummy. It gives you a chance to make 2 tricks here under a variety of situations. You don't know for sure who's got the ace here. It could be West. They could have led from ace, jack, 10 or something. Or it could be that jack is top of the sequence, in which case East has got the ace. But probably your best bet here is to play low here. And you may, if you win a trick with the king here, you may also make a trick with the queen. Or maybe East will play the ace, and now you're guaranteed 2 tricks. So that's a sort of trying to take advantage of that. Let's play low here. Unfortunately, East doesn't play the ace there, and I think I'm going to take my king here. Okay, I don't want to risk it disappearing under the ace. So let's take the king here. I have a hope maybe I'll make the queen of diamonds as well. But what I want to do here is, as we said, play spades. So what am I going to play from my hand at this point? A club. I want to get to dummy, don't I? I'm going to use the clubs as entries to dummy. Okay, and then I'm going to finesse in spades. And the best way to finesse here is to lead a high card, so that if the finesse succeeds, you can repeat it. So we'll lead the queen, cross our fingers, and on a lucky day, it will win the trick. If that succeeds, we'll play the 10. Again, it's quite a good idea, because you're very short of entries to dummy, is to play the 9 here. Don't play that. Don't play the jack. And you can win that one too. Let's play our last spade, win that one with the jack, and if you're counting, you'll now know that the ace of spades is good, and you will drop the king. So we've got 6 tricks now. Hard to tell where we're going to make more at this point. We've got the ace of clubs coming, and hard to know really. You know, we may end up making the queen of hearts, I suppose. Probably better if we don't lead that suit. So on this one, I think I might just take my 7th trick, just to be sure. Okay, and now I might make an extra trick somewhere else. Maybe play another club, but the opponents will get in, and if we just bring up the 4 hands, I don't think I'm going to make any more on this one. If they carry on with diamonds, then they can win that one. Keep playing diamonds, it traps my queen, and now they can play their hearts, the king, the ace, and West has got a good diamond. But at least made my 7 tricks on that one. Probably very hard to make more. unless the opponents make a mistake there. Any comments on that one? Finally, let's look at the last one here, where again you open one no trump. This is a suitable hand for one no trump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Even though you've got a 5-card club suit, it's probably the right bid. If that were a major suit, you might open one of a major, but open one no trump if the hand is suitable for it. Again, that's passed out, and the opponents lead a heart. And you can see that you're a bit vulnerable in hearts here. But let's stop anyway, and let's try and count our top tricks. We've got 1 spade for sure, possibility of more somewhere, 1 diamond for sure, and at least 3 clubs. Okay, so we have 5 top tricks. Where do you think we can hope to make more here?
In the club.
Yeah, the clubs, I think. We've got 7 clubs between us and dummy, so the opponents have got 6. And what we hope is that they divide 3-3. If they do divide 3-3, we can make all 5 clubs. The ace, king, queen will drop them all, and we'll make 5 clubs here. And there's also a chance that they don't divide, they divide unequally, but that someone who has a 4-card club suit discards one. So let's see what happens. They've led a suit here, a heart, which is looking a bit threatening here, and they take their ace, they play a heart back, and they take that, and now they're going to take their king, and we can see they're going to run their heart. There's nothing we could do about that. But in fact, they're going to take 3 heart tricks now, and this is one moment when you as declarer may sort of feel despair here, because they're running their hearts. But actually, East also has a problem in knowing what to discard here when the hearts are played, because you can see East will have to discard 3 times, and East doesn't really know what to discard. Your one no trump here didn't give away anything about your length in clubs, so East really isn't quite sure what to play here, and he's got to discard 3 times, and he might discard a diamond, and he might discard a club. And once you see that club go, you should realize, you should keep track of the clubs. That's a suit you're interested in, and realize that your clubs, may make 5 tricks now. So they take another heart. You've got to be careful about what to discard here. And the one thing I'm going to hang on to, of course, is my 5 clubs here. Don't ever discard a club here. All right, so discard something else. I think I might discard. What would you discard here?
A diamond.
Yeah, a diamond, I think, because I have a hope that maybe I can make 2 spades here somehow. So let's discard a diamond. I like that. Okay, so there we go. They've taken the first 5 tricks. Don't despair, however, because whatever they play now, you hope to make the rest. When they play a spade here, you don't really know where the king of spades is. If West had the king and led away from it, you could actually make 2 spades here. So maybe give yourself a chance to make a spade here by playing low, okay? And you were hoping to win it with the queen if it didn't appear, but unfortunately the king appears, so you're only going to make 1 spade. They play a diamond, but you're in now, and now you're going to play your clubs. And of course, win it in the shorthand, win it with the king, play a club back. Okay, and now everyone has followed, and 1 club was discarded. You now know the clubs are good, and you'll be able to take those clubs and 1 spade at the end. So you just make your contract there. Despite a bad start there, as long as you keep your 5 clubs, you can make 7 tricks. So that was it, really. There's no magic, but just be careful about establishing your suits, and don't despair if you're in one no trump. Just follow the basic principles of leading towards your honours, finessing, and sometimes the opponents will play something that will help you as well. Okay.
Tony,
Yeah.
it's Fiona here. In
Hi,
that
Fiona.
last video, the
Yeah.
last time,
Yeah,
so if East held on to their clubs,
yeah. Then you'd be in trouble.
yes, you wouldn't make your contract, would
No,
you?
no, you
No,
wouldn't.
that's
So,
fine.
in fact, at this point here, if I bring up this GIB button, it will say that you can be defeated if East keeps the clubs. Okay, but East doesn't really know to keep the clubs. East might think that they should be keeping their diamonds or their spades. It's very hard for them to know, especially as your clubs are concealed here. So,
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, so don't despair. There's a chance there. Just don't throw away any clubs, and realise that's your best chance. Okay. Any other comments? Hope you all enjoyed that, and let me know if you need a partner for today. Send me a message, or call me as a director. The game has opened up, and hopefully see you online on RealBridge at 2:00.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.